Hey folks, Big Deano here again, and welcome to the new and improved review set. So yeah, because we have 100 subscribers, I decided to do an upgrade. So now the actual review setup is a lot more professional. Unfortunately, you're still stuck with the same old camera for now. I do have a new camcorder, it's literally right next to me, but I have yet to master it. So I thought I'd best stick to what I prefer using at the moment. But yeah, that will be coming soon. Just as a quick note, some of the pre-recorded stuff that I've still got lying, I might redo, or I might put it out with the old setup. So just a fair warning there that you might get some differences here and there. But all new figures from now on will use this setup, which I am quite proud of, honestly. So yeah, enough of my rambling. Let's get on to the review, shall we? This time, taking a look at the SH Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper. So yeah, after I got Kylo Ren, I started getting the itch to get even more of them, and ended up getting this guy straight after. So yeah, first things first, let's take a look at the box. Assuming he'll stand up, there we go. And he didn't stand up. It's the same surface that I'm using, just a better setup in general. So I don't know why he's having trouble standing. Anyway, typical Star Wars SH Figuarts box. You have the Star Wars logo embossed on the front, SH Figuarts with the blurb. Oh, you can see my camera there. Yep, blurb on there that can't really pick up because it's made of gold foil. First Order Stormtrooper, Force Awakens, with Japanese, which I can only assume says the Force Awakens. Bandai Tamashii Nations logo, Bandai 2015. The blurb yet again on the side, Star Wars/jp.com. Some nice pictures on the back with the blurb yet again. Honestly, these Star Wars boxes, for being as compact as they are, they really love putting the blurb on them. There it is again. See? Right, before I get annoyed with the box with their overuse of that blurb, let's take a look at the figure, shall we? Specifically his accessories, of which this is the only part of this review that I'm probably going to be negative with, because he only comes with, the camera should focus a lot easier now because there's proper lighting, yep, nicely painted weapon, but that's the only weapon he comes with. He only comes with a few other sets of hands, which I suppose he doesn't really need that much. He's a stormtrooper, but with Figuarts, you're used to a certain standard with the amount of accessories you get, and it's just disappointing when you get less. Bizarrely, that hinges down as if to turn it into a grip. I have yet to see anywhere that actually shows that happening. I've seen the film twice, and I haven't caught that happening at all. But knowing Tamashii, it was probably in the designs, so they added it in. One thing I will say, the gun looks rather big and bulky. I don't have the model kit one to compare it at the moment, but yeah, it seems almost oversized for the hand. Compounded by the fact that the hand can barely hold the damn thing. You have to really squeeze it in there. But yeah. Stand up, will you? Please. There we go. In terms of hands, he comes with two of these. Pointing / gun holding hands. They double up as either. The the only reason I can think that they made them into a pointing hand is, well, probably two reasons. Partially because they made the gun so massive it wouldn't be able to reach the trigger, and also you can double it up as a pointing hand, which saves them some money. They don't have to package as many hands with them. You get two of these as well, which is a sort of resting hand for, well, it can double as that, rest on the waist, or hold the gun. And the two that he came with in the box is his fist hands, all of which are nicely painted, but as I said, that's all he comes with. So yeah, a little bit disappointing in that, but hey oh, what are you going to do? Height comparison time, because everyone knows I love to forget to do that. He comes in at just about 6 inches, I would say, to the top of his helmet, which is a little bit short, but for reasons I'll get into in a little bit, is alright in my book. But yeah, in terms of swapping hands, they are a little bit, just a wee bit scary. Let's put the pointy hand on, because I have actually started enjoying using that. First, you can't change the head because it's obviously a helmet. But yeah, hands are just the usual. There we go. He wants you to join the Stormtrooper army. Yeah. Shameless theft of whooshes intro there. But anyway, yeah, so taking a closer look at the figure itself, the paint apps are mostly perfect. Move, there we go. Except for the shoulder. I don't know, there we go. You can see just a little bit of sloppiness on the paintwork there. And the paint hasn't really reached this top section here. A bit disappointing, but we can live with it. Everybody else is spot on. The weapon is nicely painted. Probably the nicest painted weapon of this type so far. But yeah, not actually a lot of paint on it, but the paint that's on there is mostly applied okay. In terms of articulation, focus. This camera never ceases to amaze. In terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint at the top and the bottom, which can get about that much down and that much up, and can also go side to side quite well. The movement for a helmet is really quite good. You can tell they raised it up just a little bit, so it doesn't look as screen accurate because of that, but they sacrificed a little bit of accuracy for articulation, so I'll give them that. The arms are on, well, I'll say it right now, the entire figure is basically using the Awakening Goku body mold. So yeah, some nice articulation going on here. You've got, because it's black you can't really see in there, but you have a ball joint inside the arm. Can't really go forward any, but it does make a good movement regardless. The shoulder pads are poseable. They just slot in wherever. Bicep swivel works quite well. Double jointed elbows, which get quite a good range of motion for being armour. Usual ball socket joints for the hands, and as I just realised, you get rotation at the lower part as well. I wouldn't recommend using that because I'm not sure if it's actual articulation or not. None of the other figures I have do that, but anyway, he has really good waist down and up, but the only problem is they haven't really accommodated for it. You get a big gap whenever you use it. Even worse so when you pull up the waist, which gives them a bit of extra height, but also shows the gap even worse. But yeah, he's got a ball joint at the bottom as well to aid that. Yeah, these parts I am really impressed by. They actually hinged all of the pouches so the legs can get out of the way really easily. You've got the same, again, can't really see it because of the black, but it's the same joint system as Goku, so you can do the splits, you can go back quite well, you can go forward all the way. No pull down socket, as with that joint system. You have thigh swivel up here, double jointed legs, which are okay. It's hindered by the armour, which is no fault of the engineers. And the feet have a nice ankle rocker, again only limited by the armour. Doesn't really go back any, does get a bit forward, and the toe articulation is quite good. Yeah. Now, the reason I said earlier that I didn't really mind the slim looking proportions is that anyone who's watched the film and is good enough at noticing these things will notice there are female stormtroopers in amongst the males, which was good on Disney's part for equality, things like that. But it also means that this figure is completely fine by me, because I can just say it's a female figure. That accounts for the height and everything else as well. And I mean, look at that. Immediately in a feminine sort of pose. Haven't quite figured out where the centre of this place is yet. But never mind. So, yeah guys, would I recommend this guy? Absolutely, for the price he's going for the now. If you want accuracy, the model kit's the way to go. If you don't mind a slimmer build figure with lots of articulation, this guy's the way to go. He's obviously a little bit more expensive. I spent £30 on him, which isn't bad for a Figuarts. If he starts getting into the realms of, I don't know, the £40–50 mark, he gets a bit more iffy. But still, he's totally fine by me. Just a quick reminder, there is a limited edition version of this guy with the baton and the shield, which I won't be getting because they bump up the price and it's the exact same figure. Typical Tamashii, basically. They're not getting all my money. So yeah, unless I find that one cheap, this will be the only review of the Figuarts that I'll be doing. Alrighty, so yeah guys, until next time, I'll see you all later.